Well, welcome one, welcome all. I am Jay Atkins here for Interlol. Of course, we do have the Black Monster Cup, the second one. It's the qualifiers, the first round. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are on this blue pale dot we call planet Earth, third rock from the sun. We've got an exceptional game coming up, of course. I mean, we do have members that you will know from SK, of course, involved in this lineup. It's Nyph and Friends versus Showtime. So we're not really too far from Game Live. We are at Picks and Bans now, so let me put you on so you can see exactly what's going down here. Looks like we're getting the first bans in, Malphite and Fresh. Now, Fresh is pretty much a standard ban these days. The Lantern play can change the course of any lane. We did see that a lot in the OGN coverage over the past week, of course. Amumu, now that's an interesting ban. Obviously, Amumu's ultimate, just completely OP, can change any team fight. He's my main carry. Curse of the Sad Mummy is probably my favourite actual ultimate in the whole game. Breaks the momentum of any team. You can use it offensively, you can use it defensively. Numerous ways you can use it, and obviously you couple that with a bandage toss onto an AD carry, and that's pretty much GG. Second ban coming in now, that's going to be Elise. So looking like we are going to see Candy Panda and company pick the third ban here. It's going to be Kassadin. Okay, that's an interesting mid ban. Let's see who Showtime go for the third ban here. Obviously it looks like Nyph and Friends looking to sort of cancel out some crowd control with the Malphite and Amumu bans. Kassadin obviously, well, mid-mage, you know, he does do quite a bit of damage. And there we go, Shen. So Shen still being pretty much banned in, I'd say at least 70% of, probably even higher, probably more like 80% of games these days. He's still that global presence, you know, still a huge factor, of course. Now, let's see who we get for the first pick here. So it's going to be Nyph on the first pick. Intrigued to see who he does decide to go for. Of course, there is some name recognition in the squad. I mean, whether they have set strats in place, that's one thing, but their actual game sense and skills, when it comes to, you know, the way that Candy Panda and Nyph are going to play, you know that those two are going to link up for some, you know, key plays here that could very well change the course of the game. I think Showtime most definitely have the work cut out for them. Well, first pick come in, that's going to be Nami. We've got Barrier as well, that's interesting. Barrier has become a part of competitive play. Nice to see new summoners being used every now and again. I mean, we did go through that sort of, well, pretty much the whole of, well, the back end of Season 1 and pretty much the whole of Season 2. There we go, we changed to Ignite. So there's your standard sort of summoners of Flash and Ignite. That's to be expected, really. It's going to be Cabal 9 and Immortal here for the next two picks. Let's see who Cabala goes for. Wouldn't be surprised to see who would I go for at this point. See, I'm not 100% on Nami, to be honest. I mean, I wouldn't know how to counter to that. So then again, they can always pick that on the third pick, I suppose. Wouldn't mind seeing Ezreal. Ezreal's always a pretty standard pick these days. Maybe even Rengar, to be honest. Solo top Rengar is pretty solid these days as well. He doesn't seem to struggle at all. Well, there we go. Now that is interesting. Nocturne, okay. So, obviously Jungle Nocturne. Candy Panda and Bacon Flips to pick next. There we go, there's the Ez. So, yeah, to be expected really. Ez is, you know, a hyper carry in that bottom line. Tier 3 pick, of course. We do have Barrier set up as well. I wouldn't be surprised to see that change to Flash on Ez, to be honest. Sorry, to Ignite, I should say. And we're going to have Katarina as well, so... be interesting to see some good crowd control with that Katarina ultimate, of course. Once she pops the Archie, it's pretty much, you know, team fight over. Looks like Candy Panda's going to stick with Barrier, so would expect an early tower dive here. Looks like we're going to see there's the Renekton pick, and we've also got Diana being picked as well. So going to be looking for obviously a bit of crowd control from that Diana. And Renekton, of course, he's going to play solo top, no doubt about that. He's, you know, his sustain and his tankiness solo top these days makes him pretty much a, you know, a default pick for at least one of the teams. So, 4th and 5th pick to come in now. Intrigued to see who we're going to see on the 4th and 5th here from Nyph and Friends. It's an interesting team name as well, Nyph and Friends. That's not egocentric at all. Although I do have to give Nyph props. He did actually add me and get me into the game and such. So yeah, mad props to Nyph. We're gonna have Safi and Nunia here picking. So it's gonna be Jace. Interesting. And looks like we are going to see, of course, Hecarim as well. So Jungle Hecarim, he can cause some serious issues once he gets past level 3. And we're going to see Vayne for the AD carry. So Showtime going for you'd have to say a fairly hard counter to Ezreal. I mean, once Ez flashes forward, you can always knock him back. So aggressive Ez play can be somewhat neutralised by Vayne, and obviously having that escape mechanism doesn't hurt either. Now, is that cleanse? Yeah, we got cleanse being picked up. That's got to change because, yeah, I mean, it's not like there's any real reason to have cleanse at this point. I'm kind of confused as to why you would go for cleanse. There's not a huge amount of crowd control coming in from Nyph and Friends, so it's not like we have an exhaust in play either. Interesting. It could be a troll summoner, to be honest. Then again, why would they pick a troll summoner? It's not like, yeah, it's kind of stupid. So it looks like it is going to be cleanse. Interesting to see how that will play out. And that might be a wasted summoner, to be honest. Anyway, we are going to be going live. Of course, this is the Black Monster Cup, brought to you in association with Western Digital. If you don't know about Western Digital, I implore you to check them out. They make a great range of products, starting all the way at the green drives, which are the quiet drives. So if you're into pro music or anything like that, check out the green drives. 1 terabyte up to 3 terabyte in the green. They've got, of course, the Caviar Blacks and Blues, which are more sort of. Well, the Caviar Blacks, I think they come, at least in the UK, they come with a 5-year warranty. That's their major selling point. And of course, they've got the new red drives as well, which if you do have a NAS box or anything like that, they are rated for 24/7 usage. So, and I think they make those up to 3 terabytes as well. Also, they just launched a NAS box filled with the Western Digital Reds as well. So, if you are looking for some serious storage, Western Digital are the solution. And of course, you've always got the trusty old Velociraptor as well. If you're not an SSD fan, I mean, NAND flash does burn out eventually. Velociraptors are still, a very viable choice. They're still an exceptional hard drive, and it's also a cost-effective way of having, that fast storage. Of course, having I want to say 10K. Yeah, I think they are 10K. And of course, if you're enterprise as well, if you're into your servers, check out the RE4 drives because you don't get any more reliable than the Western Digi RE4s. Anyway, we are having the delay time here, so I think the most pertinent thing for me to do, as you can see, how long we got left? 1:48. Is to take a brief break, and when we come back, we will have the game live of Nyph and Friends versus Showtime. I'm Jay Atkins here for Interlol, covering the Black Monster Cup. Don't go anywhere, keep it locked. We should be back after this. And we are back. Welcome back one, welcome back all. I am Jay Atkins, of course, and we've got more of the Black Monster Cup coming up for you. It's, of course, the next stage of the Black Monster Cup. I have to say, I've been really looking forward to what has been, a highly attended tournament. I mean, not like it's LCS standard of play, but we do have some serious name recognition in there, of course. The Black Monster Cup, I would be remiss if I didn't mention it was brought to you in association with Western Digital. Western Digital jumping on board the eSports bandwagon, of course. They do have a great series of products. If you are after a mechanical hard drive, I do implore you to buy Western Digital. The mean time between failures is just off the charts, and they have hard drives for just about every function as well. I mean, starting at the greens for like pro audio stuff and all that kind of good stuff if you're looking for something that's really quiet. Caviar Blacks if you're looking for reliability in a desktop machine. RE4s if you're looking for server stuff, of course. If you're looking for a compromise between storage and speed, you can't go wrong with a Velociraptor, of course. And of course, NAS box usage, the Western Digital Reds rated for 24/7 usage, pretty much compatible with every NAS box on the market. Anyway, without further ado, we are at the picks and bans stage, so I'm going to jump us straight into that. If you just bear me 2 seconds. Need to put the right splash up. There we go. In fact, that's not the right splash, is it? Where is it? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? It's around here somewhere. I had to rearrange everything on the fly. I do apologise about that. So, it's around here somewhere. It's definitely not that one. There we go. Okay, so we got the picks and bans coming in now. Just need to get rid of my sound mixer. And we're not going to be too far from Game Live, of course. It's going to be, Nyph and Friends yet again. So they are going to be... I have to say, probably considered the favourites. I mean, DP, there's a lot of people out there saying DP could give them a good game. I'd be pleasantly surprised if they do actually push them, into a fight, to be honest, because I think Nyph and Candy Panda together, they're just absolute beast mode. We saw them playing bottom, and they pretty much decided the course of the game against Showtime, of course. So, yeah, like I say, I'm looking forward to what could be a more entertaining game. Hopefully, it's not another 25-minute crushing. We did see sort of Nyph and friends take the foot off the accelerator towards the end. Jumping onto the pad and such, just to troll a little bit. I don't think you're going to see that against DP though. DP are a much better team. They have been together for quite some time as well. So, without further ado, anyway, let's drop back into the picks and bans. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to remove that, and I'm going to throw up the actual overlay I should have up. Do apologise about this. Everything changed on the fly, so there we go. Let's just change the... Not very professional, I know, folks. Do apologise. There we go. Okay. So, as we can see, first bands coming in. Hecarim, Evelyn and Elise for DP. Kenan, Zach and Fresh for the guys over at Nyph and Friends. So, Fresh is pretty much your standard ban these days, nothing to be surprised by there. Obviously, DP were watching the last game, banning out Hecarim, so that takes away Nunia's pick for jungle, obviously. That's obviously a targeted counter ban. We've also got Zach in there, which is interesting, because, I mean, Zach is, another potential jungler that you can use who can, change the course of a lane in the blink of an eye. And Kenan as well, so... Interesting pick on Kenan. I mean, you can play Kenan AD or AP, of course. He does tend to get played top these days more than he does mid. That slicing Maelstrom, though, I mean, that is a complete game changer, and it can break just about any team fight up. So, not surprised to see Kenan banned, to be honest. Especially when you've got the way that obviously that Safi played top. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Now we've got Nyph taking Nautilus here, so looks like Nautilus is going to be jungle. Let's see who we got. We got Jace, and we're going to have, of course, Janna. You got the Ezreal pick, so it's taking away the Candy Panda standard pick. Naru on Nidalee, and we got Fabulous, cool name, on Trundle. So Trundle obviously going to be the jungle. On the opposite side, of course, for Nyph and Friends, you're going to have Nautilus. Bacon Flips playing TF. Now, obviously TF, up until very recently, until the nerf, he was banned in pretty much 100% of games, and rightfully so. His global presence and stun card just changed any lane. In the blink of an eye as well. Even if it was a lane that was snowballing, if TF shows up, yeah, you better believe that you're probably better off retreating. Now we do have a Twitch pick as well. Now that is interesting. Candy Panda going for the good old rat, so we should see some serious attack speed coming from Candy at some point. And then we're going to have a Sona pick for Safi. I'm guessing that's going to be passed over to Nyph here, because I can't see Candy and Nyph splitting up after the way they've been playing, of course. It looks like we are going to see a Malphite pick as well, so some good initiation from Malphite. Obviously a lot of tanking ability as well. Intrigued to see how that plays out, because the counter to that really is going to be Nidalee's spears. If Nidalee can create the distance between Malph, then one good spear can put Malph into a situation where he's not able to tank as much as he would do. I mean, you still wouldn't focus him, of course, but I mean, it's only one spell, and if you can hit with that Q and do damage with the spear, yeah, it can make Malph think twice about running around and causing havoc. But then again, you've still got Nautilus to deal with, I suppose. And the second that Nautilus shows up after Malphite's initiation, you're looking at some serious crowd control and potential for a lot of damage when the AD does chip in. Still waiting on the obviously the lock-in here, and then we will have a 2-minute break. So what we will do is we'll take a brief break. I'll play you guys some music. I'll probably do a minute talking about the compositions more, but we'll throw to a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll have the game live, of course, of the second round of the Western Digital Black Monster Cup. It's the qualifiers, so as you can see on the actual overlay, the next set of qualifiers is May 30th. You can find full details of those qualifiers over at blackmonstercup.com. And of course the finals will be played out the 6th of June, so a lot of good play to come in this cup, and I have to say I'm super pleased that Western Digital have jumped on board. I don't shill hard for stuff even when I'm paid to, unless I really believe in it. Western Digital products, the previous job that I was in, just to pimp something real quick, I used to build a lot of like pro audio systems and servers and things like that, a lot of high-end gaming rigs, water-cooled stuff, quoting for them and building them as well. And I was always pleased when I could sell somebody Western Digital, because I knew there wasn't going to be any problems with it in the long run. Their RMA process is nothing short of spectacular as well, so they are absolutely great when it comes to all that kind of stuff. Anyway, as we can see, it's going to be now the 2-minute delay, so like I say, I'm going to take a brief commercial break, and when we come back, it will be, of course, the resumption of play between DP and NF. Don't go anywhere, keep it locked. We should be back after this. And we are back, game live, so here we go, DP versus SK, best of one format, so winner takes all here. Opening moves underway. Obviously we've already had the picks and bans because we're in game, so no need to break that down. It was only about a minute ago that I told you guys. Looks like we are seeing, looks like Nyph and friends moving out to try and get those early wards in place. Yep, we do have one, as you can see, just on the river here. Looks like we could be setting up for a gank on bottom here. Are they going for the red invasion? Looks like they might even be going for a red invasion now. Holy Phoenix almost got out. In fact, he is got out of position. He's going to take some early damage here. Does manage to make it back to his tower. He's not really too strong. Oh, the stun comes in though. Ignite to follow. Are we going to see a tower dive? No. Highly doubt it. Safi drawing as much of that tower aggro as he can. It looks like Kenny Panda is going to pick up the kill. Nicely done. Oh, return kill, but first blood. Naru does manage to get the kill out of that. Naru again out of position. Bacon Flip's going to get off the card as well. Theocles moving forward. That's obviously a reference to the Spartacus series. I like you already. Nicely done, sir. And we are going to see Safi go back and heal up. Now, Nyph did pop a pot. In fact, sorry, that was not Nyph actually. That was Nunia on Nautilus. Just like it was Nyph healing there for no reason. I was going to say it was kind of stupid. Now, that is interesting. We have a potential lane switch here. So, Candy's going to be going top. He's going to be facing off against Jace by the looks of it. As you can see, help on Ancient Golems. Obviously needed after Theocles took a little bit of damage early. So, good exchange. Obviously, that did go in favour of Nyph and friends because they did get first blood out of that. If you will excuse me just 1 second, I'm just going to alt-tab for 1 moment. Just have to sort something out real quick. To position this, obviously we've got to pimp the Western Digital stuff because they are supporting eSports, so there we go. Do apologise about that, folks. Now we're going to jump back in game. You can see that bottom lane, no real movement as of yet. Malphite showing up just to put a little bit of pressure on. It's going to be Safi, of course. Holy again being caught a little bit out of position here. Foff and Phoenix, they're both going to be taking a lot of damage. Foff going to be, oh, he's going to be ignited and pulled. This is going to be the kill. It is for sure. Safi going to grab that frag, and it looks like Foff taking a ton of damage as well. So this bottom lane, not a good start for DP, to be perfectly honest. You can see Naru taking a bit of damage from Bacon Flips as well. Now Bacon Flips mid play on Katarina was pretty damn strong last game. I think he finished 6-1 and a lot of assists as well. So the fact he's on TF now doesn't bode well for DP either. A ton of pings going out there. I was anticipating either a wall being there or somebody being sat in that bush, but not the case. Lane switch starting to play a bit of havoc here. Jace is going to be pushed. It looks like we are going to see Twitch just supporting Nyph here. Where is Twitch going? Oh, I see what he's doing. He's trying to hunt down Theocles here. Double buffed jungler going to be looking to do some serious damage, but nothing of the sort's coming his way yet. Not even an opportunity, as you can see. TF just playing a smart game here. Ooh, big spear from Naru though. Foff and Phoenix just trying to put as much pressure on that bottom tower as possible. Obviously we do have a lane switch here, so just a case of who can get the damage on the tower first should take that first tower. Given the fact that it's obviously Malphite bottom, probably bodes well for the top lane switch actually. I would say that tower should fall first. Now we do see Nautilus coming in, so we are going to have some jungle support here for Nyph and friends, but DP do seem to spot that, or at least anticipate it. Just a case of Phoenix here, just hanging back with his Ez. You can put some damage onto Nuni, that's a bonus because it will force him back a little bit earlier, of course. Here we go, Nautilus going balls deep, not really connecting though. Still does put them on blast. Now Theocles has actually managed to slay Bacon Flips. Also, he was watching bottom though. I do apologise about that, missing the kill. As you can see, that stack of minions is starting to build up. Nuni are going to push back now, so obviously we're going to see Malphite go back and buy up. Fiocoli's just taking his Wraiths, so he's going to get out of there. He's got a little bit of lifesteal as well, so he can sustain in the jungle. Speaking of sustain, as you can see, Candy Panda just having a super easy time farming top. Nautilus coming into lane just to hold mid now against Naru, obviously after that TF kill. So, Fabulous, he's going to be, he's going to have his work cut out here as Jace, because obviously Twitch does have the attack speed to do damage to that tower, even at early levels. Just trying to clear off this wave and get as much farm as he can. He's managed to get a bit of counter damage. The Ignite wasted though, it's kind of a shame, but TF and Naru are going to exchange. TF obviously a level behind here after the kill, so Naru will have access to his ultimate a little bit earlier. Again, fairly standard play here on the lane switch. Nothing that we've seen that's too extraordinary. I mean, Malphite has done a good job of keeping them off his tower, to be honest. That's largely in part to Nautilus's help, though. Jace really hasn't had much help from his own jungler, so that's why we see that the fact that he's only got probably about a third of that tower health left. You see he's being zoned out as well. Can be playing a patient game here. Fiocoli's committing to this gank. That's not really a gank actually, because we've had mid go back, so Nidalee is going to be making her way back mid now. You can see Bacon Flips is actually taking quite a beating on TF. I mean, since the nerf, he's still very powerful. He's still a completely valid choice. Not as OP as he once was, though. Now, we are seeing a dragon attempt here, so Drake going down. Vision ward just to check that there's no vision there. We do spot one ward, so they will have an idea that this is going on. As you can see, Saki's making his way forward. He's looking to try and counter this. Not going to stop Fiocoli's from smiting that, though. And there is a smite, so in fact, it was Ez who got the kill onto Drake. Not sure if he was out of smite or if he just mistimed it, but then again, he had such an advantage. It's not like they were sweating that DP. And DP should have the advantage when it comes to team play. Whether they can convert that in the late game when Candy Panda starts to really assert his dominance in game is a different thing, though. And Candy Panda is one of those players who, even on Twitch, he can change the course of a game on his own if it's relatively close. So Fab being forced back. Is he going to get dropped here? Does manage to pop, but not going to save him from Candy Panda. Looks like Phoenix is going to... Oh, here comes the TF ulti as well. This is not looking good. Good flash. Nicely done. Manages to get over the wall. Naru 3-on-1 here. He's going to be... Well, he's going to be tower dived here. Good flash as well. So good flash play from both sides here. I should say from DP, actually, because both those flashes were DP flashes, of course. But that does make, Nautilus's job on Nunir a lot easier now. He knows that he's got two flashes down here, so his next gank should very well be a successful one. Nidalee showing back up mid, just changing forms. Bacon Flips. He's going to manage to draw back this CS and level difference here if Naru keeps having to go top lane to stop that 3-man push, of course. Here comes Fiocoli. He's looking to do a little bit of damage and push that lane back out. Not going to be happening though. As you can see, Bacon Flips just decides to fall back. So Nunir not going to be too far from hitting 6, as you can see. He's going to start to play more of a factor. Just take a look at what everybody's building so far. Ooh, now that's going to get greasy. We've got Bridgewater, a Bilgewater I should say, and Doran's Blade, so as well as the daggers for the attack speed. So flat damage being taken by Twitch. Bit of lifesteal to boot as well. And we do have the Riddle's Lantern up on Trundle here, so... Oh, greasy steel, nicely done. Foff just showing himself, and well, nice Hurricane to actually pick up the steel on blue buff. And as you can see, Fiocoli's going in, he manages to stop the portal back. And he's going to put a ton of damage down as well. Now, I would imagine that TF's going to get out of that, yeah. I mean, Bacon Flips is well away though, but still it puts him on notice, and he now knows that he has to play at least an honest game, and he can't be too cocky. You see Fiocoli's moving in for the gank here towards Candy Panda, so that lane switch has gone back to its regular lanes now. Here we go. This is going to be the dive. Oh, true shot barrage misses though. That's probably the... well, sorry, Nyph's taking a ton of damage, and he is going to be dropped by Phoenix. Nicely done. Theocles manages to get out of there after drawing as much aggro as is humanly possible, and there's the ultimate to blast back. Well, actually, Candy Panda wasn't caught in the blast, but the heal does manage to make Phoenix get out of there, so... Good play from DP. That's the difference that I was talking about, and there you go, the Hurricane to cover the retreat as well. Nicely done. That is the difference between these two teams. Obviously, Nyph and Friends are more of what you would refer to as a mixed team. Just a bunch of guys who've entered this cup as, you know, two high ELO players, three players who are very well respected in the scene as well. Not nearly as known as the SK contingent, mind, but still good players nonetheless. But they don't play together the way that DP do, of course. And DP have a proven track record at, you know, a decent standard of play. So I would say strategically they should have an advantage, even if individually they don't. Here we go again. Theocles catching his counterpart out in the jungle. Safi going to jump in with the ultimate though. You're now going to see Bacon Flips taking down Naru. So SK back in the lead on kills here. They still have the lead on gold, of course. It's now pretty much a 1k lead on gold. And there's Safi for the kill onto Foff. So the support taken out. 2 for 0 engagement. Initiation from Malphite. You know, it was the right thing to do really, because it would have been a kill regardless. I mean, there's a chance he could have saved him. Oh, true shot barrage onto Candy Panda now. Is Candy Panda going to get caught balls deep again? No, he's not. So not nearly as cocky as he was last game against Vayne, of course, against Showtime. A little bit embarrassing for him, to be honest. I was talking to Candy before about it, and yeah, he wasn't that impressed with it, to be honest. He pointed out that he went too deep. Mid tower's going to fall in the meantime. Northwest looking for the hook. Not going to happen for him. Luckily, he's going to be forced back into his jungle to try and steal up a bit of life here. So, the fact he does have that wriggles means he can sustain, of course. Let's see what we've got going on down bottom. As you can see, Candy Panda and company, they're just pushing that lane down. They know they don't really have much to fear at the moment from Ez. If a true shot barrage under a tower isn't going to take down Candy, then not much is. Interesting that we haven't seen Nidalee really roaming yet. You should see that now the tower's gone, of course. See Jason and Nidalee both mid. Spear's going out. Did that connect? No, it didn't connect, so no chance really of a tower dive here, especially with Northwest to back it up as well. So, and the burst misses from Jace as well. Gate is open, but that's going to clear. Next dragon should be open about 1.5 minutes from my calculation. That's my old Quake skills kicking in. Didn't actually look at the time, I just know it's going to be about 1.5 minutes at this point. Bacon Flips again being bullied a little bit. Nyph's behind though, so he does have the support in line. Switching over to the red cards here, so I'll just look to do some AD damage. As you can see, here we go. Here's the adjustment now for the Drake fight. So, yeah, there's the Drake spawn. Looks like DP are well aware of the timing of this, so they're going to try and counter. They should be aware of the timing because we did see Malphite actually have a peek onto Drake when it was the 4-man push from. In fact, it was DP who picked up the first Drake, so ignore what I'm saying. Apparently, I'm not paying as much attention as I should be. I'd say DP with the positional advantage here, and they've got the health advantage as well. So anytime they can just keep picking with those spears and just you know, poking, doing a little. Oh, Theocles taking a lot of damage. Good crescendo coming in. We are going to see Safi falling back. He's not going to be able to tank any more damage. It's going to force DP out though, and now the Drake is SK's to take here. Theocles coming in from behind. He's going to be taken down. That's going to be a kill from Nyph. Normally you want to give that kill to the AD carry, but it was a case of kill or be killed though. Well, I have to fight the urge to say SK. It's Nyph and Friends, of course. It's not SK. It's just 2 members of SK, Candy Panda and Nyph, of course. They are going to have the Drake advantage here. Northwest just going to keep Phoenix at bay with that pull. To steal with the spear here is Naru, but as you can see, we've got no ward presence near the Drake itself, and there's a smite coming in from Nautilus. So we're going to see the back here. Interesting that they didn't elect to clear that blue first. Let's take a quick look at everybody's builds, see if there's anything special out there. We do already have a needlessly large on TF with 2 Doran's rings and a tome as well, so a little bit of body armor. Ooh, no, that's mid-tower gone. Naru going to be pulled. Good ultimate there from Foth to actually get Naru out of danger. Nice defensive ultimate. And Phoenix just picking up those ancient golems, trying to actually level out the difference between the CS on bottom, of course, because Twitch has been, well, I mean, playing the lane switch that they did. Twitch did pretty well top. Obviously, they took that top tower before bottom even had damage really done to it. That allowed him to go back down bottom, and really we haven't seen any sort of semblance of a push onto that bottom tower from DP at all. Baconflips can pick up that blue. Just going to make him more of a threat, of course. Being pinged to go mid here, I think that's might have been more of an alert, because as you can see, we do have Trundle making his way around the back of Drake Pit, so Panda goes invisible, and he is going to get out of there before Theocles can get into position to do anything. Looks like we are going to see a counter push onto mid here from the guys over at Nyph and Friends. He could get into position to stop this, it's whether they're willing to commit to it, to be honest. They're a little bit terrified because there's a good shield on the tower, so... Support from Janna has been what's kept DP in this game so far, but as you can see, that goal differential is starting to open up. 3 towers to 2, 9 kills to 4, and you're looking at just about a 4k difference here. Nyph and Friends on the invasion. In fact, they're chasing down Trundle by the looks of it, yeah, but Theocles is going to get away. That's a good ward as well, so they will have some presence on the enemy blue. Oh, Panda with the kill. Nicely done. It's going to be Jace taken down. Imagine the tower's going to fall off this as well. True Shot Barrage is going to be completely ineffectual. Aimed at Malphite, and as you can see from Malphite's build, he's already got that Sunfire Cape and 2 cloth armors, as well as Ninja Tabby, so he's just going to laugh at being tickled. Now, Nautilus pull there onto Theocles. Theocles hasn't had much to say in this game so far. He's been kind of, well, I mean, the lane switch didn't work in his favour because Candy Panda would just disappear at the merest hint of danger. It's not like it's easy to establish where Candy is without vision wards, of course. It does make him much harder to gank. Not impossible, of course, but definitely harder. Let's see what we've got going on. So the next push is going to be a counter push onto mid here. They're just going to try and push this wave out by the looks of it. Dragging about 2.5 minutes away from spawn, I would hazard a guess. Maybe less than that, maybe 2 minutes actually, thinking about it, because it was quite a while ago and we had that last Drake fight. And True Shot Barrage going up mid. Is that going to connect with anybody? No. I think that was obviously an attempt to clear the wave, but probably worked against him, to be honest. No, Fab shut down Bacon Flips with the just the card spam, and he's completely going to close him down. Almost the same attack speed as Twitch, though. As you can see from the scoreboard, 4-1 and 4 on Candy on Twitch, 3-2 and 5 on Bacon Flips on TF. So, and 3-0 and 3 as well on Malphite. So we do have kills in the appropriate places here for Nyph and Friends, whereas the kills on DP kind of spread out across the board. Jace is starting to feed a little bit. 0-4 and 1 now. TF coming in from behind. Could very well find himself cut off here if he's not careful. Off going to pop the ulti. Theocles chased down by Safi meanwhile. Not particularly going on there really. As you can see on the side here, DP, yeah, thinking about maybe closing in the flank here. Phoenix been looking to put some damage down, but not really happening for him at this point. Candy just clearing out the Wraith camp, so back to I wouldn't say stalemate by any stretch of imagination, but nobody committing to a move as of yet. Obviously, the next objective is going to be Drake when it comes up. Good call from Naru. He's actually going to make sure that Theocles doesn't go back here, so they're going to look for this kill onto Safi. Focus is going to be wrongly placed though if they do focus Safi here, because as you can see, that blue invasion from the earlier ward has taken place. Bacon Flip's just going to hang back in the bush. Surprised we haven't seen that Malphite initiation yet. If they could initiate onto Theocles, did melt him in in less than a second, to be honest. Good spear. That's going to force Nyph to think about retreat here. Fab and company do manage to maintain the lane position as it is, but Jason a good bit of burst damage as well. There's the dunk. Oh, Northwest manages to get out of harm's way though. Bacon Flip down exceptionally low. Good! Troll Blast, didn't even see him finish that. He's going to be dropped anyway, but does delay it a little bit. Ez with the double kill onto Northless. Looks like we are going to see, there's the triple. Nicely done there. That is all team play there from DP. And really, Nyph and friends, like I said before, probably the better individual players, but that's going to open up a Baron now. This could be a serious feather in DP's cap. I mean, if they get bragging rights over 2 SK players, that's something that you can be more than proud of. Now, we do have a timeout here, so it could be that last team fight was, you know, a complete fold by Nyph and friends. Just there you go. Okay, Nyph has just disconnected, so that could have been why we saw a complete fold. Then again, Candy Panda's disconnected as well, so obviously on the same LAN, must be having connection issues, and that would explain it, I suppose. So hopefully not going to be too long. I think what we'll do here is we'll take a brief break. I'm going to throw you to the Western Digital commercial, and when we come back, should be the resumption of play between DP and NF. Don't go anywhere, keep it locked. Back after this. And there we go, right on cue as I'm trying to ban all the spammers, we get the game live. So Baron has been taken. Let me bump your game sound up real quick. And there we go, so we should now have game sound. Yep, beautiful. So Baron is on DP now. DP obviously on the comeback off the 2 disconnects from Candy Panda and Nyph. Couldn't have come at a worse time, to be quite honest. We are going to see that's the kill onto Ez. Did manage to get Twitch just before that though. Bacon Flip's going to be following up on this as well. It's looking like we are going to see Nyph and friends actually counter this Baron pickup and capitalise on the low health. So they have managed to sort of neutralise that. Still 14-9 here in favour of Nyph and friends. They do have a distinct gold advantage, of course, 34 versus 31. And they do have 3 towers on their opponents as well. So looks like we are going to see a counter Drake. Safi moving that way. Naru's going to move to try and spear this, I would imagine. He's going to figure out that Drake is up. He will know the timing because DP have had, you know, they have contested every dragon so far. Nooney's going to start it off. Obviously, he's going to have Smite in reserve because it's not like Nyph and friends picked up the Baron. There was a spear that was obviously aimed at Noonia. Perhaps a little bit early there from Naru, to be honest, because it's giving away his hand here. And again, he does have Baron, so it's not like he's going to be too stressed about a little bit of pressure in front of him. Now, here we go. Here's the contention. Theocles moving in. Fabulous as well. We're going to see Foth move in, Naru behind, and Phoenix also coming up on Ezreal here. So DP do manage to force them away from Drake. As you can see, it has reset, so Nyph and friends not able to capitalise on the fact that they did manage to roll them off the back of Baron. Candy Panda actually going up towards red here, so he feels that he needs the red buff to contend. Now, Dragon has been slain whilst I was looking at that. That was an exceptionally quick Drake pickup. Good map awareness there from DP. Did they have what? Yep, they do have wards, so they do have a ward presence, so they obviously managed to establish exactly where everybody was. Sorry if I seem a little bit discombobulated. Obviously, we did have the disconnections and almost an instant restart with no notice at my end. So, as I was trying to keep on top of the actual adminning of my Twitch chat, which turned pretty much 100% Turkish. Obviously nothing wrong with Turks, but it's an English channel, so yeah, keep the foreign languages to an absolute minimum. In fact, no foreign languages at all. Yeah, let's not leave any sort of room for manoeuvring there. Anyway, looks like we are seeing DP and NF here square off down the mid here for the inner turret. In fact, for the inhibitor turret, I should say. DP coming in from behind, but this could be a case of too little, too late. Now, good true shot barrage, but as you can see, the tower is dropped, and we are going to see a good pull onto Naru. The kill to follow it up. Nicely done. Bacon Flips on TF, picking up that kill. Nyph and friends forced back here, but they are going to be able to retreat. Ooh, Candy Panda taking a lot of damage. He's going to be dropped by Fab. Nicely done. Good bit of Jace burst damage there to finish off that actual kill. And we're going to see a double kill from Jace as well. Northless being taken down. Theocles now pushing forward. TF stun card to slow him down. Fab moving forward. It's looking like Bacon Flips is going to be shut down by Ez. And that's, well, that could very well be the engagement that actually seals this game now. DP could, off the back of this, start to take advantage of the Baron on Jason Theocles.
push for the towers that they're actually behind on and get back in the game. Now there's the ace, so they are going to go back, I'd imagine, buy and then push mid up here to the inner tower. As you can see, they're going to take top in the meantime. Maybe we might even see Naru get bottom here. We should do. He does have time to actually pick that up. So back and forth action here off the back of those disconnects. And those disconnects could be the actual deciding factor of the game, to be honest. I mean, the fact that we did see Candy Panda and Nyph both disconnect at the same time, it's hardly ideal, to be honest. Now, Candy Panda coming in onto Naru. He's going to stop that tower from falling. And he's going to pick himself up a kill here. As you can see, though, DP still in a position of dominance here. Pushing up mid now. Still got 34 seconds till Naru's up, so they do have a one-man advantage to NF. Just getting the actual back in there in time. We're on mid here, as you can see Jace popping the gate. He's going to be pulling back. He's double buffed, so true shot barrage. It's going to clear out the wave. Jace damage just going to pick up a couple of minions as well, so Howling Gale with a follow. Doesn't connect with anything. Even if it doesn't connect with anything, though, it is quite, it is quite useful most of the time because it does force your opponent to actually to juke it, and they lose 1 or 2 footsteps in doing so. So, big fan of the Howling Gale, to be honest. Candy Panda just having a pinch on the opponent's jungle. It's only a Wraith camp, so not really like a big steal or anything like that, but still, have little helps, as they say. Phoenix hoping there was a little bit more there than just one Wraith. Safi pushing bottom back out, so bottom should be safe for a while, yeah. Obviously Drake down now and Baron also down, so back to a fairly even game here. I mean, we're looking at dead even on cash pretty much, and just 2 kills in it. Global objective still in the favour of NF though, so Nyph and friends are going to be looking to push that tower advantage and turn that into extra bit of distance on those lanes, of course. Lots of pings going down here. Looks like we are setting up. Yeah, there's the ward, so you can see what they were trying to set up. DP, like I said earlier on, they should play with a lot more team cohesion, whereas NF should be individually more skilled. But as we know, League of Legends is a team-based game, and I think at the moment the advantage has got to be towards the DP. I mean, they do have a better sort of late-game composition for my money, considering the CC that we do get. Jace putting out a ton of burst damage. Nyph going to be dunked and speared at the same time. Jace going to be shut down in return by TF, so Bacon Flip's actually getting his kills on the board here. As you can see, he's currently on 5, 4 and 7, so even considering the fact that this game has conceivably turned around now, and it could very well be going against NF now, Bacon Flips can still pick up a couple of loose kills here and there. Here we go, true shot barrage, that's going to pick up the kill. So TF dropped and Twitch taken down exception low. Candy's going to be forced out of lane here, he's going to have to go back. Phoenix chasing him down. He's not going to be able to find him though. He's stealthed away here, so no red buff for you, Phoenix, I'm afraid. But you're going to get a tower out of it, so not too shabby at all. Northwest jumping in to try and defend. It's not going to happen though, buddy. I think you should just. Nini's going to pull back here.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
So just a case of. I mean, Baron's back up now, so it's probably this next Baron fight that could decide the course of this game, to be honest. And it shouldn't be the Baron that gets the victory, but that's going to be the momentum shift that will actually... Oh, Candy Panda sneaking in on Naru. Sneaky little rat that he is. Nicely done. It's going to mean that Baron contention is not going to be coming anytime soon from DP here. And really, NF, if they're smart, they could fake a good Baron here. I mean, there's no vision though, so all they've got to do is move in that general direction, and DP will shit bricks, to be quite honest, and they'll have to go and check it out. Here we go, inhibitor fight going down. Obviously, if NF can take the inhibitor, then that just set them up for the Baron. Bacon Flip's jumping in as well. Jace going to be shut down here. Tower's not going to save him. Boff in a pretty vulnerable position as well. He's trying to keep Theocles alive, but that's not happening for him. Phoenix just peppering away. Safi trying to just disrupt Theocles, but as you can see, that Ez has yet to be really touched here. We've got to do something about Phoenix. Except the inhibitor is going to fall low. Nothing much that DP can do about that. Good initiation from Malphite. Pops the ulti, gets in on Naru. Naru's going to be dropped here, and it looks like Naru is now in danger of perhaps feeding and maybe costing DP this game, to be honest. 4, 5, and 4, but I've seen him die 3 times in a row without picking up any kills since. So his comp's not particularly all that great at the moment, as you can see. I mean, he's on the Embrace, and he's got a rabbit on his death cap, so he's just got flat damage and obviously, you know, extra mana and mana regen, but not much that you would really want for a team fight composition. And ideally, I wouldn't mind seeing an Hourglass in there, perhaps. It does afford him that extra bit of time to stay in the fight. Here we go. Drake pick up for an F, so they should take a cash advantage again here. 6 towers to 5, so exceptionally even game when you factor in that disconnect. I have to point out, I do see somebody saying good play from Ez as well. Yeah, exceptional play from Ez. And to be that much of a nuisance and just stand off to the side and be like, okay, anyone who steps into my field of fire, you're going to get it. Anyway, Dragon started by DP, except we are going to see Nyph and friends start to move in to contest that Dragon. Bacon Flips forces them off it. 5 on 5 here, so it is going to be an even Dragon fight. Now we do have an eye on Nyph, so Nyph's going to be on the ward hunt. Howling Gale does manage to find Safi, but Safi at the sort of safe distance though, where if it does connect, it's not that big of a deal, especially if you're tanky like he is right now. And all you need to do is take a peek at his build. He's got a Random Zone, and he's got Magic Resist in there as well, and a Sunfire Cape. And Panda being jumped in, does manage to escape. Nicely done. We're going to see Theocles. Oh, big crescendo. That's probably going to cost Theocles his life. Phoenix is on a rampage though. Shots on Nautilus. Both taking a lot of damage. Just pop the ultimate. Good Howling Gale as well. That's going to allow the disengage, and it's going to allow Phoenix to get out of the fight. Saying that, good re-engagement from Saf. Safi there off the back of his ultimate does manage to make that a more even fight now, so back to pretty much a fairly even contested fight. And Theocles can't come into this fight here anytime soon, so don't think we're going to see any Baron contention here. Safi going to be shut down here if he's not careful. Phoenix and Naru going to jump on him. All it needs here is Naru to actually close the distance, which he is doing. He's in obviously Tiger stance already, and there's the kill, so Phoenix does pick up another kill. I have to say I'm impressed with Phoenix's play. His anticipation and his actual reaction, his positioning as well, have been nothing short of just, you know, absolutely spot on. So that's going to leave Bacon pretty exposed here at top. Again, Phoenix just jumping over the Baron pit. I do like to see an Ez who preps his bushes before he face checks. And TF going to go back and buy, so again, no real Baron contention, a ton of wards around River though. So DP do have vision advantage at the moment. You see that eye on Nyph. He's going to move in and clear out all these for some gold here, so counter warding as well. And Twitch has stealthed up, so we're going to see Jace move into position. Then you're going to take some damage from the Jace burst. And it's looking like they've got the positional advantage now. I mean, the wards are in their favour as well, as you can see. Fab jumping in though. He's going to try and get Nunier's attention, and he does. Looks like NF here might be trying to force him to actually defend mid and move away from Baron, so counter push down mid would create a bit of space. Ton of exchange going on mid, a lot of poke going back and forth, but nothing that you would really you'd really say is going to garner anybody any kind of advantage here. No, good crescendo from the side. Nyph moving in, and it looks like Candy Panda was more than ready for that, so good communication between the two SK players. As you can see, it looks like we got the ulti coming in from Foth as well. True Shot Barrage does manage to go over the top of just about everybody. Candy Panda does pick up Theocles, and that is now advantage to Nyph and friends, so friends, are they just going to fall back here and just play this advantage out and try and keep the I mean, the cash is now in favour of DP, so yeah, it looks like they're just going to go back and buy up. So inhibitors back up soon, so that's going to take the pressure off with the super minions. I'd say DP have done a good job of maintaining that mid control, really. I mean, as you can see, super minions, and they haven't pushed past River yet. That means obviously, you know, good coordination on the pushing back those supers. So here we go. It looks like NF and friends starting off. And kind of moving in. True shot barrage does do quite a bit of damage. Did also hit Baron though, so kind of negates the damage that was done, to be honest. Candy Panda's in a super vulnerable situation here. Does manage to get barrier off though. Looks like we are going to see the Baron pickup. So then again, they're all caught in Baron pit here. Flashes up. Crescendo. We're going to see there's the TF ulti to get out. Nicely done. So only really the support and well, Twitch taken down for a Baron. Sorry, it was Twitch. I was actually kind of picking up a kill, I should say. And there's a shutdown onto Ez as well. That Baron now going to start to play a bigger factor in this game, of course. The later it goes, as everybody gets fully bought up, it does become a key pivotal global objective to actually winning the game, of course. Less so at sort of level 14. It's nice getting that, you know, global XP and gold, but more important late game for the actual difference that it does make. Interesting that the Shock Blast hasn't played a bigger factor here for Jace. I mean, early game it is, you know, completely overpowering, to be honest. But late game we haven't really seen that much burst from Jace, to be honest. And a lot of that is going to boil down to the fact that, I mean, if you look at his build, he's gone for, I wouldn't call it a utility build. I mean, he's got a Mirror Mana in there, of course. Last Whisper to cut through the tank. And the Mirror Mana does give you a little bit of extra AD, but not particularly all that much that you get stoked about. And he does have Boots of Lucidity as well, so that's probably why we're not seeing too much burst. He's got a bit more utility here. Drake pickup coming. Oh, what a steal! Nice play. Phoenix has been the standout player of this game for my money so far. I mean, he's 10, 5, and 8, and that Drake steal is nothing short of just awesome. So the timing on his true shot barrages have been impeccable, really. It's been one of the reasons that we are seeing DP still in this game, because it could have been finished if it wasn't for the disconnects, to be honest. If we didn't see Nyph and Candy Panda disconnect at the same time, of course. It was a client disconnection, I will tell you guys that, so it wasn't a LAN house disconnection. It was just some problem they had with the client. Probably a bad hop, to be honest, so probably a combination of the two. But that did actually allow DP to get back into this game. Obviously off the back of the Baron pickup, they got then counter-rolled, but that global XP and gold bought them the time to get back into the game. Now Naru caught out of position here. Candy Panda going to be taking him down. We are going to see Safi moving in as well. Good initiation, so 5 on 4 now. We are going to see an inhibitor taken off this. I don't think you're going to see any Nexus turrets taken, but still, that's more pressure onto this DP squad. With Baron still ticking away as well, of course. Here we go, Nina and company. They're going to pull back. They're going to go back and buy and force the advantage here. No, Nina's going to actually go in here, so he's going to initiate with the hook. Heel's being popped by the support. Looks like we are going to see the pullback now. That Sona play from Nyph has been really solid, to be honest. The crescendos from the side of River, they've been you know, team fight changes, to be honest. Then again, the Janna ult from DP has also been, you know, the timing on it's been great. The level of play actually has been, for a qualifier, especially for just a qualifier, has been exceptional. Phoenix, he's going to be slowed by Twitch. Obviously, not able to capitalise on that though. Fiocchi's showing up just at the right time. Mid going to be counter pushed here, but as you can see, they're going to be in a perfect position to defend it. We got Safi in place on Malphite, so if they do push, it's just a case of them popping that ultimate. It looks like they're not going to be pushing now. They're not suicidal by any stretch of the imagination. You kind of sign your own death warrant at this point if you did that. Let's try and keep the supers off the base. 5 on 5 here, so one mistake from either team could cost them the game. 26 kills to 23. Pretty much dead even on cash, only 900 gold between the two at this point. One tower in favour of Nyph and friends. Now here comes the initiation. That fabulous call out of position by that Malphite ulti. Bacon Flip picking up the kill. We're going to see Fiocchi's, he's going to be slowed here. Looks like he might very well get away. TF coming in from behind though, that's a beautiful global presence ultimate. It's going to be cancelled in fact. It's enough to split them though, and that could very well be the game changer. Yep, it looks like NF are going to push them and take these inhibitors here. Looking at 40 seconds on Jace and 50 seconds on Theocles before we see any semblance of resistance. They're going to pull back. Are they going to go back and heal up and then push? Yep. As you can see, we do have Trundle's going to be buying up, I'd imagine, off the back of that of Warmogs. I mean, he's only got one Giant's Belt in there, so let's see what items we got to complete. Yep. Gauntlet. So yeah, I mean, obviously TF can sell those 2 Dorians. If I was him, I'd be thinking about probably picking up something like a Death Cap at this point. Just go for that flat AP. Maybe even a Troll Glass to boot as well. He's got the Lich Bane already, so he's obviously getting the bonus magic damage off the second attack. Let's see what we got. We got Locket the Solari as well. So good support item being picked up. Gold regen per 5, of course. Anything out of the ordinary here? We've got 2 Lockets on, one on Nautilus as well. Now we're just going to try and clear out his jungle. He's going to pick up the blue. Baron will be back up in about a minute, so as well as Drake. Drake should be about a minute and a half. Looking like NF not committing to it here. I mean, if that was SK, you would have anticipated them pushing and at least taking the bottom tower, but playing a very conservative and smart game here. So quite impressed with the Turks here. Foff and Phoenix, they've played exceptionally well together, I have to say. Pleasantly surprised by the AD support combination that we've seen. Theocles hasn't really had a great time of it though. We'll actually arrange it so it's parallel next game, but as we can see, no time to do that right now as the crescendo comes in. Fabulous cut off on Jace. Just managed to get the support in though. It looks like we are going to see Phoenix pulled. I was going to say he might have left his actual flash too late though. Right, sorry, not his flash, his jump I should say. And I think that Baron's up now. The Baron pick up off this is going to seal this game for Nyph and Friends for my money. You see Jace just completely trolling Candy Panda here, and he's going to pick up the kill on the bonus gold. The red tick does eventually take him down though. I would say that probably hurts DP more than it helps NF to be honest, more than it helps them, to be honest. Because as you can see, no Jace means no chance of contesting. Clear out those wards. And it looks like they're going to bait here like they're on Dragon now. Naru's not falling for that. Theocles does have an eye as well, so here we go, we're going back off this now. Bottom tower has been taken by minions in the meantime. Theocles is going to say, oh, thanks for that ward, that's 3 gold for me. So clear Baron out by the looks of it. Nothing on the forum though. Now we're just going to push these minions back, so again back to the stalemate, whereas nobody really wanted to commit to anything, just the simple fact that, you know, one person getting caught out of position at this point, it could very well seal the game. We almost saw that on Jace. The fact that he did manage to get out and, you know, exchange kills with Twitch was, I suppose, if Twitch would have survived that, that would have been DP losing the game for my money, because then you would have seen a Baron off the back of that. Twitch would have life stolen up, and then they would have pushed. Candy Panda, of course, on Twitch. He's just quite happy to clear those wraiths and set up here behind the front line. Ward advantage, I'd say fairly even at this point. That clearance there from Phoenix, that probably means advantage DP on the positions. But as we can see, they are threatening a mid push our Nyph and Friends, so slow coming in from Trundle. Burst damage not nearly high enough to bother bacon flips at this point. He's obviously already got that Troll Glass as well, so any extra AD damage that comes from from Jace. And he's got the Mirror Mana, so he does have the extra 20 attack damage, but that's going to be negated by the Hourglass. So perhaps he should be looking to maybe focus Twitch rather than TF here. I see a lot of posturing here, but nobody really committing to this Baron move. No, here we go. This could be interesting. Safi from behind with the engagement. Here we go. That's going to be the committed move. The tank now into the fight. We are going to see. Oh, big true shot barrage missing. That's a key miss there from Phoenix. He had to use it. Basically, he didn't have any choice. But Troll Glass being used by Bacon Flips. We're going to see Candy Panda shut down. TF to follow. Mooney, you're going to be the one who's getting dropped as well. DP actually pulling back from this after a superb engagement from Malphite. This is completely backfired. That's just good team play from DP that's got them back into this. And now DP are going to have the ability to take Baron off this as long as Ez doesn't get too trolled here by Safi. Except they're not going to go for Baron. They're going to push the inner tower. So as we can see, that's going to be cleared off. Diocles is going to tank this. Yep, indeed he is. Phoenix move into position. Safi going to be slow. This is dangerous for Safi. He's not going to damage to take them Fabulous, and he's going to be tower dove here. Diocles tanking all this tower aggro, and there's the ace. Diocles getting there with plenty of health as well, so there goes the inhib. 62 seconds till Safi's back up, and they're going to push for the inhib tower, for the Nexus towers here. Diocles, he's just happy to tank these towers. Both those towers now going to be killed. It looks like they're going to go for Nyph here. Good crescendo coming in. That's going to slow down the push of the Nexus. Not going to stop it though, and that is going to be GG. So NF and friends now out of the first of the Black Monster Cup qualifiers. And what we will be seeing in the very near future, of course, is the third round. So we're going to take a brief break. When we come back, it should be the resumption of play, as we can see on the scoreboard. You know what? I need to make that bigger. So do apologise to Western Digital. I'm just going to obscure the logo for a second, because you guys were bitching about that before. First place in server for my money. I mean, Candy Panda had more kills, but I think given the fact that, you know, he's a high yellow player who's played at international level, I would put more stock into to Phoenix's performance, especially considering that DP were behind. So if I were to hand an MVP out, it would be to Holy Phoenix at this point. Honourable mention over towards Candy Panda, because he did pick his game up obviously towards the latter stages, and he was, you know, putting out that Twitch fire at some rapid speed. Damage mounts up as well. I mean, as you can see, he had the Infinity Edge and the Last Whisper as well as the Frozen Mallet. So as well as the Ruined King as well. Bacon Flips played not a bad game. I mean, his positioning was okay. I've got to give a big shout out to Saf. I mean, that Malphite ulti, even though they lost the engagement, it was the right idea. It was just badly executed, and that was mainly down to the fact that NF just didn't have the position to take advantage of what was actually happening. When I say position, I mean they had the position, they just didn't react to it nearly quick enough. Of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, you know, Naru. He actually managed to keep that mid lane pushed up, even though he finished 5, 8, and 7. Sometimes it's not all about KDR. Sometimes it's about, you know, what role you're fulfilling for the team. So, like I say, what I'm going to do is, obviously, we're going to take a brief break before the start of round 3. Let me just drop this back down to a reasonable size. I've moved the wrong layer. Yeah, GGJ. Let's get the right layer, shall we? I've been invited into another game here, so yep, I've got the Mouse Sports game coming up soon. It looks like that's going to be almost an immediate start, so like I said, I'm going to take a brief break. When we come back, it will be the resumption of play of the Black Monster Cup in association with Western Digital, of course. Don't go anywhere, keep it locked, back after this.